Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about the 2021 iPad Pro. Now, yesterday Apple announced that they're going to be hosting an event next week on Tuesday called Spring Loaded. It's going to happen at 10 a.m. PDT, and you can watch it right on their website or live on YouTube. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because we should 100% be seeing that new iPad Pro next week on Tuesday. It's been just over a year since the last iPad Pro was released, so the time frame definitely makes sense, and there's been tons of leaks and rumors suggesting that the iPad Pro will be coming to us in the second half of April. And on top of that, all of the major leakers are saying that we will be getting the iPad Pro and AirTags pretty much no matter what. Like, this is the most confirmed a non-confirmed product can get. And I know a lot of you are going to be pretty happy next week on Tuesday because so many people are waiting for this iPad Pro. And quickly before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am giving away a PlayStation 5 once 10,000 subs is hit. All you have to do to enter is just subscribe to the channel and send me a DM on Instagram saying PS5. That's pretty much it, then you're entered. So let's talk iPad Pro and what we should be expecting to see next week at the Spring Loaded event. So first let's talk about the design, because it doesn't really look like we're going to be getting a major update to the actual look of the tablet. Some recent photos were leaked and it's essentially going to look the exact same as the iPad Pro that's available right now, which I'm totally fine with. I think the design looks really good and you can't really improve on that too much. It's still going to have the dual camera setup and LiDAR scanner, as well as the straight edges on the sides. And since we're not getting any crazy design changes, that means that the screen size is going to be the exact same as well. So that means the 12.9 and the 11 inch are here to stay. The only real design change that I've kind of heard about online was that the camera might protrude just a little bit less. Not really anything exciting, but that's really the only thing I could find that was different. Most of the changes though are going to be happening on the inside of the iPad Pro. We should be seeing 5G connectivity, a mini LED display, and an all-new processor rumored to be called the A14X. Now let's talk about the price of the new iPad Pro, because it's rumored to be at the exact same price as the 4th generation that you can buy right now, which means that the 11 inch would start at $799 and the 12.9 inch would start at $999. And this is because there's not really going to be any extreme upgrades coming to the new iPad Pro. It's really just going to be that 5G connectivity for the cellular model, the new processor, and the mini LED displays. And Apple has a track record of really only increasing the price when there's like a complete redesign, for example. And since it's going to look pretty much the exact same, that's why the price is staying at the exact same. Now let's talk about the processor that's inside, because the A14X looks like it's going to be an absolute beast. The X series chips are always a really significant upgrade over the original, which the original would be the A14 that's in the iPhone 12 lineup. And the craziest thing about the A14X is that it's rumored to be having similar power levels to the Apple M1, which that thing is an absolute monster. So if you have a chip that's in a tablet that's similar to the one that's in the Mac Mini, the MacBook Air, and the MacBook Pro, that is going to be a pretty significant upgrade with the iPad Pro. And hopefully this means that pro level apps are finally going to be coming to the iPad. I know so many people have been requesting this for a long time now, and I'm one of them. I just really want to be able to use Final Cut Pro on an iPad Pro with the pencil. I definitely think it's capable of doing that, especially with a chip rumored to be this powerful. So hopefully with the new iPad OS, we are able to use those pro level apps. And right now the M1 chip is actually 90% faster than the A14 chips that are inside of the iPhone 12s. So if this is all true and the A14X chip is similar to the M1, just imagine how fast this tablet is going to be. Now onto the display, and I know you've heard this like a million times already, but we should be getting mini LED displays. Now one thing that I found pretty interesting is that the mini LED displays might be exclusive to the 12.9 inch model, which is going to upset some people, including myself, because I normally buy the 11 inch, and I'm one of those people that want the mini LED display on the new iPad Pro. So if they make it only on the 12.9 inch, it's going to be kind of upsetting. By no means is it like the end of the world. It's really not that big of a deal, but if you're buying new technology, you want the newest technology. Hopefully it's going to be on both models, but it might be exclusive to the bigger one. Now, if you guys don't know what mini LED displays are going to do for you, it's essentially going to have better contrast ratios, a wider color gamut, and it's going to be great for anyone that does like graphic design, photo or video editing, or just someone who enjoys content watching at the highest quality possible, which I'm one of those people. I want to watch Avengers on my mini LED display iPad, and if I don't get that, it's going to be a pretty big first world problem. Okay, now onto the camera. Now this is a subject that we don't really have a whole lot of information on, but like I said, we're still going to be getting that dual camera setup with the LiDAR scanner, and the current camera system on the iPad Pro that's out right now, which is the 4th generation, is still really good. good. So I'm excited to see what kind of upgrades we're going to be getting to the camera, and by no means is it going to be like a huge difference, but Apple always likes to upgrade their camera systems just by a tiny bit every single year. And then, like I said earlier on in the video, the camera is supposed to be protruding just a tiny bit less, so if you're someone who doesn't really use a case, it should wobble less on a flat surface. And other than that, that's really all we've got on the camera so far. Now the next subject here is the colors. Now this one is pretty exciting because it looks like we might actually be getting a new color with the 2021 iPad Pro and moving away from just silver and space gray. The rumor is that we will be seeing a Pacific Blue iPad Pro. Now this is going to look absolutely gorgeous. The Pacific Blue on the iPhone 12 Pros looks really good, so I can't even imagine it on an iPad Pro. It is going to look really good, and I might actually consider getting that over the space gray. I'm assuming Apple probably looked at their sales of the iPhone 12 Pro and was like, oh my god, like people love this thing, let's go ahead and make an iPad out of it. And I think a lot of people are going to love that too, and I think sales will be really good if they end up having this color as an option. Now on to some bonus features before we wrap up the video. So Love to Dream, who is a really reputable source, is saying that the iPad will get that 5G connectivity thanks to the Qualcomm Snapdragon's X55 5G modem inside. We're also going to be getting USB-C type charging, which has been on the iPad Pros for a while, so it's not really like anything new or exciting, but something that is exciting is we might have the potential of getting Thunderbolt 4, and we might be getting the charger in the box, which is definitely something that's weird to get excited about, but it's 2021 and most of the products you buy from Apple now don't come with a charger, so if it does, that's going to be very nice. But I definitely think there's a potential that the charger won't be in the box, so if that's the case, be prepared to spend a little bit of extra money on a charger so that you can actually charge your new iPad. So guys, that's pretty much all of the major news and rumors that we have regarding the new iPad Pro. Like I said, we should be seeing this thing next week on Tuesday at 10 a.m. PDT. Definitely watch the event because Apple's spring events tend to be really good, and I'm a big fan of how they've been doing the events over the last year or so. Having them all pre-recorded just makes them super smooth, and it's really fun to watch them. But anyways, leave a comment down below of which iPad Pro you're planning on picking up. I'm kind of leaning between a space gray or Pacific Blue 256 11-inch. It'll be a game time decision which color I go with, but I am super excited for the new iPad Pro. But that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Go.